Hello again, guys. How are you doing? Last lecture, we talked about pragmatics, and we said that pragmatics and semantics are the main branches of linguistics. Okay, semantics and the pragmatics both basically focus on studying the meanings of words in a language. But again, there are differences between them. Okay, so semantics is the study of words and their meanings in a language. But when we come to pragmatics, the matter differs. Pragmatics is the studying of the invisible meaning, is the study of words and their meaning in a language with concern to their context. So, in semantics, we study the meaning in language, okay? But in a pragmatics, we study what people mean by the language they use. وانطانا أمثلة اللي هي المثال is John there syntactically there is no problem, semantically it does have a meaning, okay, but whenever we come to pragmatics the matter differs here. This is a no, this is not a yes no question. This is in pragmatics maybe a request, okay. Another example, could you show me the way to the university? Okay, this is there is no ambiguity whatsoever according to semantically and syntactically, okay? But whenever we come to pragmatics, the matter differs here. Could you show me the way to the airport, to the bank, to the university? Okay, this is okay. أنا ما أقدر أجاوب yes أو no. No, I'm asking here about directions, okay? So this is a request, okay? So the listener should give me directions. Okay, so we said that there are factors that help us to analyze and understand and comprehend the message. So what are they? قلنا هي context, okay, وقلنا ينقسم إلى قسمين، الفيزيكال context والlinguistics context، okay. وحكينا على الدايكسز وقلنا الدايكسز اللي هي it refers to time, it refers to place, okay, and we gave examples, okay, about that. والمثال اللي طنا you will have to bring it tomorrow because she is not here today. هاي الجملة syntactically there is no problem. Okay, so whenever we come to pragmatics here it is ambiguous. Okay, why? You will have to bring it. What does it mean? I'm speaking about what? Okay, tomorrow, which tomorrow? She, who is she? Here, where? This is not identified. Today. These are called deixis. Okay, we can't know each one of them unless we put it in a suitable, understandable context. Okay, so in today's lecture I'm going to speak about reference. احنا قلنا الدايكسز للتايم والبليس والreference هنا we refer to a person, okay, persons. Sometimes language structure affects the meaning, okay. هسه إذا نجي نعرف الريفرنس نقول عليها it is an act in which a speaker or the writer uses a linguistics form to enable a listener or reader to identify something, okay. There are different types of reference. أكو يعني أشكال معينة إلها that they enable the listener to understand what is meant, and these types could be place or time. وحكينا هذين التايبس اللي هي الدايكسز. Okay, we can also refer to things we aren't sure what to call. هذا الحكي كله حكيناه بالمحاضرة السابقة. Now we shall take an example about reference. Okay, Mr. Einstein has just answered my question. Okay, هسه هاي الجملة أينشتاين مستر أينشتاين استوى جاوب سؤالي. Here we do not mean the famous Einstein. أنا ما أقصد هنا بهاي الجملة العبقري أينشتاين صاحب النظرية النسبية. In fact, we mean a certain person who is a smart one. لكن بالحقيقة أنا أقصد شخص معين اللي هو ذكي جدا. He is genius. Okay? We call this reference as we use famous names to refer to other people. Okay, we have a previous knowledge about. هنا بهاي الحالة يعني مثلا we are sitting in the classroom and the teacher asked a very important and a very sophisticated question. Okay, and one of the students who's known that he is very smart and genius answered that question. So I told my friend, okay, here Mr. Einstein has just answered the question. That means that he is very smart. يعني أنا ما أقصد إنه أينشتاين هو اللي جاوب سؤال المدرس. No. يعني I mean that person who is very smart. Okay, ونسمي هاي الحالة اللي هي reference. Okay, we create connection between what is said and what is meant. And also this is called semantic extension. When we say something and refer to another person, either we want to make a fun of that person who is talking about, or really that person is very smart, but most of the time this similarity is ironical use. Okay, هسه بهاي الجملة it has two interpretations. Okay, يا أما يعني مرة أقولها على إنه هي صدق إنه هو ذكي وصدق يستحق هذا الاسم اللي سميته به because he is genius. Okay, أو يعني that person I want to make a fun of that person. Okay, يعني we are speaking ironically. يعني أنا يجوز جاي أسخر من عندي. Okay, فهاي it has two interpretations. Another example يعني Chomsky has just arrived. Okay, هنا بهاي الحالة أنا ما أقصد يعني تشومسكي اللغوي تشومسكي، لا أقصد إنه شخص a very smart. okay, هاي أقولها الشخص على إنه هو ذكي جدا، يا أما أقولها ironically. okay, يا أما إنه أنا أسخر من هذا الشخص. So okay. Another يعني subject, another topic that helps us to understand the message is inference. Okay, inference, it means that we use things to refer to names and use names to refer to things. Okay, the rule of inference in communication is to allow the listener to identify correctly which particular entity the speaker is referring to. So it is something similar to reference. When I say something, when I say a sentence, I take into the consideration my listener. Okay, so listeners make inference about what is said in order to arrive at an interpretation of the speaker's intended meaning. وخير مثال مذكور بالكتاب اللي هو مستر كاواساكي. Here, for example, Mr. Kawasaki drives his motorcycle in Speedway. Here, Mr. Kawasaki is a name. Is a name for what? Is a name not for a person, it's a name for a motorbikes. And these motorbikes are well known of being so fast. طبعا هاي البايكس اللي هي معروفة بسرعتها الفائقة. Okay? And Mr. Kawasaki is a person they do not know his name. يعني وتعدى maybe تعدى بالمنطقة يعني ودخل وهم يعني ما يعرفون اسمه. فهذا الشخص كان يعني تعدى جدا سريع. اوكي فهم ما يعرفونه فقالوا Mr. Kawasaki drives his motorcycle in Speedway. Okay, so what do they mean? They mean the person who do not know his name. So they used to refer to that man who always rode and fast in his motorcycle by this name. A pronoun name is used to refer to a person here. Okay? Another example. Can I look at your Chomsky? Here, I don't mean the real Chomsky. Okay? أنا ما أقصد إنه الشومسكي المشهور. No, it means that he or she wants a book written by Chomsky. Okay? يجوز كتاب من كتب اللغة. Okay? من كتب can you give me Raymond Murphy? Can I look at your Randolph Quirk? Can you give me your George Yule? Okay, so these names, or by these names, the speaker doesn't mean يعني the real Chomsky or the real George or the real Raymond Murphy, okay, Randolph Quirk. No, he means a book written by them. Okay. وكما هو الحال I enjoy listening to Mozart. Okay, إنه أعني إنه أنا هنا لاحظ the process where additional information is needed to connect what is said to what is meant is inference. Using certain reference to convey a message, it's used by the native speakers in order to make the message clear. يعني أنا استخدم هنا فد reference معينة حتى أوصل message. okay, حتى أوصل رسالة. It's used by the native speakers وتستخدم بواسطة أصحاب اللغة in order to make the message clear حتى يخلون المسج واضحة. فهنا أنا اللي أستخدم names to refer to things. okay, بالinference. ومرات no أستخدم يعني things to refer to names. وأعطينا المثال اللي هو مستر كاواساكي وتشومسكي وراندولف كويرك.